Hello, I'm going to show you how I made this concrete table for my solo Bonfire fire pit or any other fire pit you want to put in there. So I started out with melamine plywood with one cut, made it 4 foot by 4 foot. Got this scrap piece of wood, put a dowel in it, drilled a hole, and made my 2 circles for my outside and inside diameters. So I went with a 42-inch outside diameter, a 24-inch inside diameter. The solo fire pit is 19 and a half inches in diameter, so I probably could have gone a little tighter, maybe 22 inches, but I think it looks fine at 24 inches. Then you got to figure out the circumference of the circle, so you do this basic formula where the function of T is the ratio of the sun to the moon, and X is the ratio of leprechauns to unicorns. Okay, so now you get this landscape edging that's 2 inches tall, and you cut it to the circumference and you start to install it. You can also use paver edging, which is a little more stiff. This landscape edging is pretty pliable. It's easy to make the circle. So I'm doing the outside circle, then I do the inside circle, and then you caulk the edges with a silicone bead around the edges and the seam where the circles come together. Then I used furniture wax as a releasing agent. You can use WD-40 or castor oil and mineral spirits. That's what you end up with. We poured our concrete after watching Mike's builds, concrete countertops. He does awesome work. So you've done this, you're ready to, you're looking forward to pouring your concrete. So Frank's looking forward also. People don't end up like this, standing on a paddleboard in your backyard. Build a table instead. Okay, here we go. So we poured our concrete. This is just a little over an hour after we poured it. We used 3 bags. The first bag we just went with the Rapid Set mortar mix and flow control. In the first bag, it's an inverted form, so the first bag is going to eventually be the top of the countertop. The second and third bags, we used fiberglass strands for reinforcement. There's no rebar in there, but the fiberglass strands give us the reinforcement that we're looking for. And here's a picture of the fiberglass strands. So what this kid's doing here, he's doing what they call in the concrete industry as the tap test. It really doesn't do anything. It's basically useless. But he wasn't useless. He was a big help. It's good to have 2 people on the job. You can be mixing, pouring the cement in, and then he was troweling, making sure everything was level, vibrating the edges to get the bubbles out. So this is the same day, just a few hours later. I made a template, and it's a 2-inch slab. I'm drilling down 1.25 inches. And then I'm installing some anchor bolts. That's how I'm going to attach the legs. I installed the anchor bolts with this Rapid Set anchoring epoxy. Another Rapid Set product. It tells you what kind of patience I have, but let's get serious. If I had patience, I'd be a doctor. So there it is with the legs and just the bare concrete. Looks pretty good like that, but I wanted to sand it, so I got some 5-inch sanding pads that fit on my orbital sander, and I went from 50 grit to 400 grit, and then I got 4 different colored concrete stains. This is an acid stain, so you have to neutralize after you stain the concrete. I watched a bunch of videos on how to stain concrete countertops, and that's what I ended up with. And I was pretty happy with that. We didn't like the way the legs looked, so I took a plumber's torch and just went like this around the legs, and I hit them with some spar urethane to protect them. Then I got some concrete sealant, this Valspar wet look concrete sealer. I got these little rubber feet, so the wood wasn't, on the patio. It was lifted up a little bit, and that's what I came up with after it's sealed. There's the solo Bonfire fire pit. And that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.